we don't really know how these players are going to gel together. Because I look at these rosters across Eastern Europe and I'm like, this is a terrifying team.
Yeah, and it feels like their support duo is one of those classic, you know, sum is greater than the parts, right? Where Seneko and Roger look way better together than they do individually. And maybe you could also, you know, make the argument that other teams have a 4 and a 5 that are better individually, but don't look as good together. And they just enable each other so well. I think that was really shown on Bet Boom when, like, Nyx Assassin was such a popular hero back, you know, pre-TI, during TI. And Roger's Nyx are just incredible. You know, he's landing his 3-man impales, knows where he needs to be. Very good at kind of getting in behind enemy lines and scouting things out. And speaking of getting in behind enemy lines, we've got Navi smoking all the way in behind Rebel's Lesh.
What's their first move here, though? Like, you know,
what's your stun?
They already have soul assumption, so, like, you know, there's no grave chill. That's fine, obviously, for the lane. I don't know. Hopefully someone walks up here.
There's no rune up there, though. They're just going to just guard that top rune spot. It looks like maybe filter back to guard both of the top ones. And it does look like Darkside are moving into position themselves. DK Fogas, Roger. And you're going to come in for an attack onto Sweden Strong. Got 2 blink strikes on Ricky. Again, he's just such a slippery hero. And they'll just trade out the bounties, it looks like. Both bot going away with Darkside and Navi. Gonna grab their own ones. And V-Tune, what's he got going? He's rushing into the Falcon Blade. Drow Ranger, one of his specialties, one of his signature heroes the past year or so, it feels like. Before anybody else was playing it, he was spamming it even during the quals for TI.
Yeah, he's got to get some more. I mean, that was like a common criticism, I feel like, for V2, that he would not have the biggest hero pool. And maybe had to expand that out a little bit. I feel like he was like a PL, Lifestealer, Ursa player. Like those are like the heroes where I was like, all right, V2 looks sick. I definitely wasn't known for his ranged heroes, that's for sure. And that is something that has proven to be perhaps the best thing you can do since TI, and at TI was this like double ranged core combo. Having these like right now we're seeing Lena's and snipers sometimes, like Lena 1, sniper mid. In this case, we're gonna have ourselves the Drow safe lane and then this Dazzle mid.
Yeah, Dazzle mid. We've seen this hero kind of jump around from role to role, you know, 5, bit of 4. We've seen 3 Dazzle, like a year and a half ago. I know South America at least was playing a lot of that. What is this mid Dazzle going to bring you? Is he going to be buying healing aura items, or is it the pub Dazzle with a Desolator and stuff like that? Which blade?
Yeah, there's definitely options here. I mean, my favorite build was definitely the Helm of the Dominator, and I always wondered if we get like a Helm of the Overlord style Dazzle, because you could attack to keep the buff going. But I don't know if he's gonna go for that style right now. There isn't anything that actually counters the Helm of the Overlord in this game, like purely, you know, other than Sven hitting hard. But
Frostbite a little bit.
yeah, it depends on I guess the creep. That's true.
Yeah, that can be annoying, but yeah, I wouldn't call it a counter. I think you're right.
But I think like the auras and stuff are probably more valuable. I definitely think the Helm of the Overlord could work in pubs though. I feel like someone should try that. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, because then you also have this bad juju, good juju, right? With the item refresh with the Zanganim Scepter.
Yeah, so you kind of have to build around that.
Oh, Seneko. Yeah, smoke screen's down and the Crystal Maiden falls. First blood for the Ricky, and they're going to go on Ramses as well. I mean, Laze is pumping out these soul assumptions. Let's have a couple of mangoes and 1 charges. Ramses close to death, but he's back behind his tower. He'll be fine. Survive for a little bit, but not looking particularly good in that bottom lane. Even though Ramses is top of the CS, they are struggling.
Yeah, Crystal Maiden's a really interesting support. She's definitely like, I feel like most support players, one of their favorite ones to play, because like maybe you start playing Dota and you gravitate towards her because she's got these big spells, and then later on you kind of come back to her. You see the value in like securing range creeps and everything that you have from your double spells, but she can, even in the same lane, I feel like I can feel really powerful and really weak at the same time, because she really struggles with the shift of momentum. It makes me think of like a hockey game. It's like, hockey's so interesting. Don't worry, guys. You're all about to get hockey pilled from the Canadian. So hockey's unlike every other sport in the world because of the momentum provided by skates, okay? Very hard, right? Like, once it gets going, you can't match that momentum anything else with, like, running or anything, right? That's why, like, skates are crazy. You're playing on the ice, the physics, okay? Crystal Maiden, she is thematically from the ice, and Valve know this, and so that's why they've made her thematically like hockey in the lane. Because she has great forward momentum, but the second that it turns and she's put on the 0, that speed, that 280 move speed, it burns you because you feel really powerful, but you can't. She doesn't skate backwards very well, you know. So that's very logical, and you're welcome, everyone.
Wow, I didn't expect that. I was laughing and thinking you're having a bit of fun. No, yeah, you're absolutely right. That makes a lot of sense. Makes me think of
Does it?
Yeah, it does. Like, if you think about it another way, like let's say there's a speeding car, right? There's a street racer going along, and it passes a police car. They've already got that built-up speed, and there's very little chance that a police car can, like, you know, make up that momentum, catch up to the speed they're already at. So you've got this period of, you know, 5, 6, 7 seconds where you're ahead and you're accelerating and keeping going faster. And the cops are going to catch up, but they can't.
This is great. So you're advocating that people just speed faster if they don't want to get caught.
You got to go fast, yeah. Buy wind blades, buy boots.
I did watch Tokyo Drift a long time ago, and I feel like that was a big part of it.
Interesting. Why is I'm still streaming, but the stream has gone down. Well, that's not good. No, it's good. No, we're good. Okay, it looks like we just had a small hiccup on Twitch's side, I guess. Because my OBS is like, everything's fine. I look at Twitch. There's no stream preview. Oh, God, what's happening?
No, we're good. Everything's
we're fine. Exceptional. Oh, yeah, it's the first time doing production knobs in a long time, Trent. I've got to say I was not particularly looking forward to it, but it's kind of fun being back in the full driving seat where, you know, I'm like I'm an astronaut pressing all the buttons again.
Melody's kind of like an astronaut in that clockwork suit here.
All right, zooming forward. TK Focus, can they slow him down for long enough with the frost arrows? Roger stops them in their tracks, make sure they can't chase. Goodness.
Well, last hit's really great for the carries, though, as you can see. You know? D2 doing great. 28 has control of the wave right now. And down bottom, Ramses. Yeah, sure, they gave up the 1 kill, but it's fine. Pole is connected by Seneko. Speedstrong probably just going to grab it. Not much you can do about that. And I'd say that Ricky only getting 1 kill with the Orb of Venom and Boots build. I'm feeling kind of okay with that at this point. That could easily snowball out of control.
Yeah, it felt with that first kill, the build-up of momentum here for Navi would be too great, but you know, Ramsey's doing perfectly fine thanks to Seneco's pullbacks. Vestige is going to be suffering on the last hit department now for a bit.
Everyone's coming mid, though, for the 6.
Yeah, Malady. Nice bushwhack. Roger just going to walk it back, though. Didn't have the help of the Lash, and Sweden Strong's going to snipe out the DD rune, take it away from him. Yeah, Darkside. So far, so good. All across the board. 3 lanes, 3 cores, all farming very well.
And it feels like it's Navi who definitely needs the good farm early, right? I think that that's always going to be a common concern for Drow in any lineup, but in particular this lineup where we're looking like at a fast-paced here, or a fast-paced route. Like we really don't want Drow to have to farm for too long. She's going to need that time in the jungle for sure. But the other 4 heroes, they're going to be quick across the map. They want to push down some towers on the earlier end and try and get that first Roche at a decent timing, I feel.
Because Navi, they've got these 2 supports that are hungry for action. Sweden Strong, level 4. Clockwork, what is he? Closing in on level 4. These 6s, very important for them to be able to scout out, get information, and teamfight initiations. I'm curious if they start bringing more heroes down bottom, like if Laze hits level 6 soon, which she probably will off this creep wave and a little bit more. They'll have those familiars to actually start shoving forward. But I'm still very curious to see what Nicky Cool does. Like, he's got pretty standard items, Arcane Boots, Bottle, lots of regen, so he can continue playing quickly. But like, where does he go? What's his move?
I think it's just Greaves eggs, and I think this is like kind of like a classic cheesy sort of Drow Visage style where he does Greaves, he gets eggs, and they just sort of group and take objectives, farm up a little bit, go to the next objective.
Do you want to say the D word? The death ball. I'll stop you there before you get any
a little bit. It's a little bit. I think what's kind of cool is that you can build sort of whatever after that. I feel like it'll be Greaves eggs, and then, you know, if it was a good Lincoln's game, you could probably pop that for an ally, but doesn't really look that necessary. Maybe like some force, maybe not force, maybe like E-Blade or something for like the Sven and stuff. I think that you're gonna have quite a few choices with this hero mid.
Oh, they see this coming. Radiant Obs Ward watches Sweden Strong as well as Nicky Cool, and they're stampeding out of top, it looks like. Got the moment of panic when you see Stampede and there's potential aggression bot lane. But no, it's just the Centaur resetting himself away from Malady and V-Tune. Ramsey's going to pop the God Strength bottom as well. And he's going to shove out the wave. They've got a double creep wave arriving on the bottom tier 1. Can't really get in on top of Lays any further, but Sweden Strong has another Blink Strike to get back. And Ramsey's at half HP, diving this tier 1. Could be in a bit of danger now. Dazzle's arrived, but he was stuck a little too far behind the trees. Couldn't catch up, even with the Poison Touch.
I found the culprit here. According to Dota 2 Pro Tracker, our friends over there, Malady is in trouble at the top rune, and there he is dead. Someone has played 15 matches of Dazzle in the past couple days. Then the last 8 days, Mr. Thompson has played 15 matches. The next highest was Chu at 5.
Oh boy.
And as you can imagine, Thompson's been sending all of those right down mid. So I see Thompson playing it. Gork tried it. We got Cancel tried it mid. Everybody's giving it a go. Yeah, they're trying this out here. And seems to be, let's see, we got Mech into Greaves. Sometimes Force Staff, it's good, makes sense. And then Eggs, Octarine. Yeah, it's going to be cheeky.
That's going to be a lot of sustain. Sweden Strong. I think he got the D ward. Close to death, though. Ramses could have popped a Mango, but yeah, another 5 seconds for the Stormhammer to come up. So the turnaround now from Navi. Back onto Sineko, graving up the Ricky. Getting the easy kill. A lot of poking down in the bottom lane, but they're still not committing to really hard shove the tier 1. But I guess they've kicked the Maiden out. Sven has left the lane, so it will be a bit of movement forward from Lays at least. Yeah,
let's say this is their timing. Sure, and of course, what are you going to do on the other side? You say, all right, well, if they're going to push that bottom tower, we have a Centaur up top. They're going to go up, farm this triangle once, and then maybe just like smoking up top, or just straight up push. Take that tower with their Leshrac. Sineko's just like, yeah, go push top. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. I'll just chill mid here a little bit. No, Ramses is here.
And Rebel's incredibly rich after taking that triple ancient stack they built for him. They smoked him, they pulse novaed it down, and now nearly at 5,000 net worth. He's going to be closing in on that Bloodstone very quickly. It's like Ramsey's scanning off to the right-hand side of mid lane. He's like, oh, I'm going to push this creep wave and go back to the jungle. Somebody is stacking for me.
I'm not sure what happened with Navi's Tome. I'm guessing maybe the Tome went to Sweden Strong, and he's almost 6, and then now Malady still is not quite 6. Like, probably don't want to fight this anyway, but they don't really have a choice. If you don't have 6 on the clockwork, you point out during the draft. But their initiations are extremely weak, so whenever they decide they want to contest, they're going to need that. And yeah, that's not the guy you want walking blind up a hill. Like, anyone else? Maybe I'll call some TPs in, but that guy, no, I'm good.
Experience to gather in the top lane. I hit level 6. There we go. I did get that bottom tower. Lays closing in on that Vlad's as well. So it's gonna come to like 15 minutes in where they've stacked up all these auras. Drow will have a Force Staff and a Dragon Lance most likely.
I love that. I love this build. Falcon Blade into the Force Staff Dragon Lance. That's really perfect for how they want to play. I think that there's gonna be like 3 key moments of this game to me, and that'll be when we have this like first tier 2 push. I mean even maybe the tier 1 mid might be like a big defense, right? Because it looks like Navi are gonna have to start pushing down and keep farming these heroes, because they don't want to give too much space to the Sven to just farm up and become a little bit too big. And so when they go to approach these tier 1 towers, they have to watch out for the Stampede. Pretty risky. They have to watch out for just like 2 or 3 heroes getting bushwhacked, which is really easy to happen to you when you're pressuring tier 1s. I feel like people tend to group up a little bit too much versus the Hoodwink, and then suddenly you just explode. Overall, though, I think their pacing looks good from Navi. I'm a little concerned for Darkside.
Yeah, it's been pretty quick from them, especially if they come now into this mid lane with, what, 3, 4 heroes? They're showing Drow bottom, but they're protecting her just by having bodies in the mid lane, so you're drawing the attention of Darkside all towards mid. I'll put that Centaur up at front. He's 100 off the blink. Would love to get this creep wave, but it looks like Ramses has other ideas. Get the money in the hands of the Sven.
Oh yeah, look at Nikki from these ancient.
Sineko. Looking for the D ward. Malady's cog's getting in the way, it looks like.
They're giving so much space right now. They're kind of like running and chasing a little bit. Malady's not even going to die for this.
And he dodges the sharpshooter.
Meanwhile, yeah, like Dazzle's still hitting Ancients. Drow was farming full like camps and now wave down bottom. They're committing a lot of heroes. The only person who is totally free farming for them is Ramses right now. But all right, anyway, key moment. So Navi, first push on a tier 2 will be huge. The Roche will be massive, and probably just the tier 1 mid. I feel like those will be like the 3 moments where you're gonna look to fight as Darkside. Right now, they're gonna try and get aggressive mid here, but that first jump, they're gonna. Oh yeah, it's blink time.
Smoke breaks.
No, not that guy.
I see the clockwork. Still got a hook shot ready in a freezing field, trying to bring him down. It's cancelled down by Malady and Seneko. He's the only hero to fall. Darkside needing to back up now. This could be a chance for Navi to really shove it towards that mid-tier 1.
Great way to start this. It's a key moment for them because it's what eventually opens up the Roche as well. Birds are pushing. Oh, that's so annoying.
It's massive as well.
It is. And they're all grouped up too.
I know he gets 60 radius, -4 cooldown. And when he gets level 15, that smoke screen is incredibly irritating.
Now, I don't want to do all math class on you guys, but 60 radius, that's like in all directions. So that's like 120 diameter, okay? Yeah,
what
I know.
That do to the circumference, though?
Whoa, all right, slow down. We're not at that grade level yet. You've seen Twitch chat, okay? They're not ready. It is 2 pi r.
It is 2 pi. Nice. Oh, I did a maths. And they said it would be useless once you left school.
Not gonna have a calculator on you wherever you go. Oh, I can remember my teacher saying that.
And now you've
good times.
Now you've got Blizzard XX saying everyone's got phones, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You've all got phones.
You've got phones.
All right, where are we? You know what I can't believe? We're having such a jolly good time here, Trent. It's 15.5 minutes in. There's only 4 kills.
That's why. I know, it's a little bit chill. They're chilling. We're chilling. It's the start of the season. You know, it's always important to warm up, guys. When you're gonna do some exercise, I didn't believe in warm-ups before. Turns out they're very important. So, you know, you want to gradually get into your exercise. You don't want to go fully into it because you're gonna overexert yourself. You're gonna get sore. And you're not gonna get the most out of your exercise, whatever activity you're doing. Okay? And Dota's the same thing. So this is just a little warm-up game, a little warm-up to the season.
Yeah, I used to think stretching and stuff was a joke when I was, you know, a teenager playing rugby and stuff. Now we try to go to the gym or go for a walk, and I'm like, why do I have cramp in my leg after a 20-minute walk? What's happened?
Why am I broken?
Why is my body just decrepit and old? Roger.
Okay, there it is.
2 familiar stuns, then the dart. Will try and get past, but the hook shot's there from Malady. Inside the smoke screen, Roger about to die, but he slips away. The Soul Assumption chases as Sweden Strong trying to slip out of here. While DK Fogus trapped in the cogs, blown up by Nikki. Rebel slowed to a crawl, and he's about to die as well. Bloodstone is trying to heal him up, but he's getting a lot of work done with it. Takes down Seneko and Rebel, and they get nothing for it. I thought at least Lash would get 1 kill, but it's just 4 for nothing.
That was kind of cathartic to watch a Leshrac die like that, with how much we've been seeing the bloodstones from the Razors and the Leshracs and how frustrating it can be. But I also felt kind of bad because it's like, this is that moment where like this hero's supposed to turn it on, and if he had just like one more ally who was alive at that point. But Navi, you know, that's how they did that. They dissected the side of Darkside, took him out 1 by 1, made it so that when that Leshrac is left alone, it's a little bit scary still, but as you can see, everyone gets a little bit low, but we survive because the damage is spread. He's not able to focus onto that one target that he wants to. We all live together. Great team effort. Tier 1 goes great. Roche goes great. They're just checking off. It's only a 2k lead, which is still kind of scary, but oh, you can't give away these little kills like this. This is what kills you against these lineups. Because in your head, you've already lost. Like, it feels really bad because you lost Tier 1 tower and you lost Roche and no one's farming right now, but the lead's not actually that bad. Like,
yeah, it's the moments after the matter.
Yeah, it's when you're just like dropping these itty-bitty kills and you're not allowing yourself to collect as a team and get that smoke out to try and punish something that might be missing on the side of the Dire. It's just the tiny little things. But despite it only being a 2k lead, this is a very real advantage for Navi with how much of the net worth is currently tied up in Ramses.
Oh, now DK Fogus. He was waiting on top of the staircase. Can't cast a single spell inside the smoke screen. And Navi, I started off as a little snowball, but it's building and building into an avalanche. I think you're spot on. These little kills here and there, just giving them so much more to latch onto, push out multiple lanes.
Oh my god! Oh, Ramses!
He's gonna find him. Dagger. He's got the dart. Sweden strong. VQ's the right. Leave us. Seneko just hands up keyboard. See you, buddy. Oh, I'm out of here.
I already TP'd.
And Ramsey's down. So that's 3 in a row. We've gone from 1 to 3 to 1 to 10. Navi leading and storming towards these tier 2s.
That was a sick hunt by Sweden. Wow.
The strength of Ricky.
I'm very impressed.
He finds him. I always feel so sad in these kind of scenarios where DK Fogus, you know, you got a nice Vanguard timing, nice blink timing, then the first blink reveal jump didn't work. And now he's not used it for what, 4 minutes, 5 minutes? It's just like, I've got a blink and I'm doing nothing with it.
The thing is, you almost saw the value of the Centaur. If Roger had survived that fight at the tier 1 because of that stampede out of the smoke screen, and like the Hoodwink, he hadn't cast anything. There's so much damage stacked inside of a Hoodwink at that point in the game, where you saw those heroes that were so alive after Leshrac, like, no way. With a Hoodwink left up, everyone's dying there. That's like your turnaround where this game becomes at least even, but stalled out for Ramses in that moment that he needs. But losing that fight and not getting that big save from the Centaur, it really hurt them. But it still makes sense why the hero can be good in this game. They just missed the moment where they really needed it.
Navi just going high ground 20 minutes in. Stampede is there. They've got the sleep and the stun. A great hook shot in. Malady catches up to Ramses, who BKBs and pops his God Strength. Trying to whack into the clockwork, but now he's exerting support. That's all of his abilities. That's everything now down for Ramses, and your tier 3 is still dying. They get the D ward, but holding onto this base is just such a difficult task.
Well, I mean, I was wondering what items he'd get after the Greaves and the Ags on Nikki, but I don't know if we're going to find out.
Might just be over before then.
Oh, yeah. By the way, did you see this? I looked at the sticker pack. This is nice. You don't have to drop the mantle or your branches. You can just spray them.
Whose is that one?
I think it's Navi's.
It's Navi's. Okay.
I'll double check.
That's cheeky, that one is. Sprayed in their base. And there's Elena Rack's gone. Darkside. Got a lot of work to do now. You're looking at a drow with 12,000 net worth. Your blinks haven't paid off. Your Sven is trying to get one now. And you know, maybe if you add in this double blink threat plus the BKB of Lesh, you can get on top of people. What are you chuckling at over there?
Those are Navi sprays, and their other spray is the bunny. It's the same bunny as their emote.
Little dancing bunny rabbit.
I feel like Nikki Cool was in charge of some of this bunny stuff. Like he really advocated for the bunny.
His alter ego, the dancing bunny. I would rinse and repeat now for Navi. Go again, why not? Centaur and Hoodwink, the smoke.
They gotta get Nikki first,
break.
Right?
There's a dart. Sweden strong is straight in on top of them. The wraparound will not work. And Malady, another great hook shot, isolating the Centaur. They blow up Roger with a V-tune. Unleash the damage and force that up to high ground. He's got a double kill on the Drow Ranger. And I just don't see a way back in for Darkside at this point.
That's actually brilliant. That dart is so annoying when you play these, like, I'm just gonna say the fun heroes. All the fun heroes get destroyed by this dart. Because, like, the point of Hoodwink is, like, you kind of got teased a little bit, right? You're like, oh, I'm over here. You, like, jump to the trees, come over there. You're like, trying to break their formation with your pressure as the hero. Same thing as a lot of these, you know, like, Earth Spirits or something like that. You want them to try and make a play on you. But when that dart comes at you, like, oh, well, now what am I going to do? Like, unless you have a Blink Dagger or some way to disjoin it, you will be stunned. You will be asleep.
Yeah, you can't escape. 5-man smoke time, though. If there's one way out of this rut, Darkside gonna use the opportunity. Or Sweden strong. Or the ward, the high ground vision gets off the tricks of the trade, and the Ricky's out of there. They can't get a jump onto anybody. Rebel just runs straight on into the Stampede BKB. The hook shot misses from Malady. And DK Fogo trying to blow up the dazzle. Can they take him down? Nicky Cool can't grab himself. Sweden strong falls and 3 kills going the way of Darkside. They lose their Centaur, but Ramsey's stunned by the familiars as Lays looks to try to escape. But there's Roger.
Nice.
The lockdown they needed, and a 4-for-1 emerges for Darkside with a couple of familiar kills and an ultra for Rebel.
Okay, he's gonna have a lot of gold right now. All right, so basically they got everything done that they could at this point in the game as Navi, right? I would say that their plan pretty much worked. Like, they had a very fast-paced lineup. They've already gotten 2 sets of racks. Now you're starting to see why you have to play fast, because you are gaining strength now in this last drive with the Bloodstone and the BKB. It is much harder to play, and they got the jump on the hero they want. You have to take this Dazzle down first, because obviously the sustain is just way too ridiculous with the Aghanims and the Guardian Greaves constantly being spammed out. Is this enough, though? That's the question.
It's a taste. It's a taste of, you know, the victory. It's the amuse bouche to come back here for Darkside.
You know what would save this game is if Hoodwink still had the best shard, which was the old... Okay, now let me say, I like the boomerang, because I always liked using the boomerang, but I always felt like getting it on Ags was a little bit too expensive. But the decoy was kind of broken when you played support, because it was just a shard, and you just got to control like a scouting unit. I would just send it out to scout. And if they kill, they get bushwhacked.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I miss it, you know? Too much fun.
It was like the old Illusionist cape, but better.
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about the item.
So did I until, what, 3 days ago? I was looking through all that. I was, oh my god. The stuff we had in Dota was like a repair kit and mango tree. Goodness gracious me.
I always thought that Doppelwalk, when I first started playing Dota, was like the coolest.
Oh, the PL Invis illusion thing?
When PL, when it just swapped to an illusion and you went Invis and like you could never tell as the enemy. That was such a cool thing. That blew my mind when I started playing Dota.
Yeah, but it also brings back memories of the Tranquil Boot Soul Ring Radiance PL, which...
Well, yeah. You just march down the lanes, you know.
Disgusting.
Oh, tier 1 falls. Time to work on that last lane, I guess, huh? They've left top till the end. The ignored lane.
Oh, can they find Roger? Radiant have the vision. They're going to see them coming. Sweden Strong and Malady pair up onto the Hoodwink. And Roger, the cogs push back and not enough damage being launched towards him means he's still surviving. Ramses, he's on the Ricky, but the Grave is there. The Dazzle keeps Sweden Strong alive while DK Focus and Rebel chasing Nicky Cool. They know the Grave is down for a little bit. And Ramses, he's just being kited. He's stuck. He's walking up and down the staircase. Doesn't know if he's coming or going, but he will come and kill off the Ricky or try to, but the Ricky turns. The tricks, the jump, the dagger back. Dart sleeping, the Crystal Maiden, Seneko and Roger. They will kill Malady, but they'll lose pretty much everything else in the exchange. This is all around the timing of that second Roshan, but I feel like Navi just got their eyes on the towers and objectives now.
Yeah, it was a noble effort. They'd have to find another one of these amazing fights, just like they did previously to grab themselves the ultra kill for Rabel, but it's so hard. Like, Ramses, he popped his God Strength down to the low ground, and he's just trying to find his way. And he barely got the blink into the fight because the birds were hunting him, and it was close. Yeah, was almost going to have that canceled there, but now to the high ground Navi go. There are spawns coming back up soon. Bloodstone's down for 25 seconds still, though. That's kind of scary.
10 more for God Strength as well. Looks like they will force Navi away for now. So they don't lose another barracks. But yeah, 50 seconds for the next Roshan. Something that Navi will have in the back of their mind, wanting to scout it out with that Clockwork arriving.
I hate that this Clockwork build is viable. I feel like Force Staff is so good. It pains me that the Ags is that strong. I mean, you know, obviously it's great because it's more fun for Clockwork, but holy... Come on.
We have been in the tooltip meta for quite some time now, Trent. You look at the tooltip of a spell or an Aghanim's upgrade, the longer it is, the better it is.
That's a good point.
Is Bloodstone smaller than it used to be now? It is, right? Bloodstones used to have like a massive... yeah, it is. It's way smaller. It used to be like triple the size.
If you lose, you have this many charges.
Yeah. Each charge gives this many stacks of mana and blah, 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 blah.
I say bring it back, by the way. We got to put the charges back on this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the little numbers. Desolator just doesn't cut it for me. I don't buy Deso enough. I want the Bloodstone with the little numbers.
It's too pub ruining though when they tilt when they die though. That's the real issue.
Well, they rush Bloodstone, die once, and just drop Bloodstone, and then, you've only got one item to destroy, and the game's
yeah.
Okay, Darkside, this is a nifty little move. You're showing Ramses, you're baiting with him. Rocket Flare sees the Sven, but the rest of them are smoked. High ground and high ground vision here. Oh, Radiant have a ward in behind them. This could be big. Sweden Strong, the first point of contact. They're blowing up the Ricky. They've got the kill. Charging in. DK Focus aiming for the Dazzle now. He's another huge target.
That's what they need.
Darkside, they have to kill him with the 4-step away. Nicky Cool gets off the Greaves. Still has the Grave as well. But Navi, they lose DK Focus and Darkside, and Rebel falls as well to V-Tune. Sven trying his hardest, but this marksmanship from Drow treading through him. And GG's called. 22-7. I mean, a few moments there, the Darkside really tried to grasp onto, but the build-up of Navi post 15 minutes was just way too big.
Yeah, and I think I pretty much haven't talked about B2 this entire game, and that's because he hasn't really needed discussing with how he's been playing. Like, actually perfect.